Hello friends, happy to be back again through these videos on Skill Pro for the fourth semester. Hope you are all keeping safe and sound in health and so on. Before we begin these topics, when we go back in the first chapter, we have seen for the fourth semester, the first unit, soft skills. In the soft skills, we have learned about positive attitudes, SWOT analysis or SWOT analysis, emotional intelligence, and the etiquette, and so on. And this whole Skill Pro for the fourth semester emphasizes on writing skills, especially the second chapter, which we are going to deal right now in this video, the paragraph writing. What does it mean? How is the structure of these paragraphs, and how these paragraphs are interlinked and interconnected? And towards the end of these lessons, we'll be learning the features of the paragraph writings, the types of paragraph writings, and so on. So we'll be learning about how to write a good paragraph in a meaningful manner. Before we begin, get into the topics particular, I also request you and remind you to have your books with you as you watch this video to help to understand more better way. My dear friends, let us begin with the paragraph writing with a few thoughts, a few words of introduction. I will be showing also the whole text on the screen. Besides that, you can also have your text with you to go through the whole topics part by part and so on. So dear friends, when we look at on the screen here, what is a paragraph? Now when we look here, a paragraph is a group of related sentences developed on a specific topic. And it may be a part or as a division of an essay, or it may be a complete unit in itself. Sometimes it is considered as a mini essay. However, the basic difference between a paragraph and an essay is that an essay discusses many aspects of a topic, whereas a paragraph focuses on a single aspect. So therefore, the paragraph is specifically, it speaks about one specific topic. And what is the need of a paragraph? When we just go through, a paragraph is the smallest unit of writing, and it is written by developing a single idea or a feeling, and therefore is the smallest unit of writing. We have a small paragraph here. You can just go through. It's about a dairyman. He comes daily to give milk and to distribute in the family and so on. So the passage above needs to be divided into paragraphs, since there are different ideas. Now, though it is not very long, and this passage is about an angry dairyman. So it is to be divided into paragraphs. And we know the paragraphs are very much necessary to distinguish one bit of information from another, which makes the passage comprehensible. So one thing we need to remind ourselves always, as far as the paragraph making or paragraph writing is concerned, every passage should be comprehensive or comprehensible. So now let's see the features of a good paragraph. So under which we have different combinations, how a good paragraph is made. Just look at here, unity. There is unity, cohesion, coherence, balance, variety, and emphasis. Let's just go through part by part. Unity. Unity, it's nothing but words making up a sentence, and sentence make up a paragraph. A paragraph, we have already seen, it deals with one thought at a time. We look at this key feature called unity. We should also understand that these sentences should be connected or related with each other. So one should not overlap, or one should not have a kind of clash with regard to meanings. So that's what we need to understand here. There should be unity in the sentences. And the second feature we see here is cohesion. Cohesion, it is a kind of device, cohesive devices, wherein in the paragraph we need to use some of the cohesive devices such as conjunctions, pronouns, and the definite article, the, and so on. So conjunctions are those words that connect two or more words. We know in the parts of speech, we know these conjunctions and so on. Some conjunctions add the meaning of addition. Some connect two or more alternatives, and some have meanings like comparison, condition, and concession, and so on. So cohesion is nothing but using these cohesive devices like conjunctions, pronouns, and the definite article. Cohesion, why at all we use these cohesive devices like pronouns and the definite articles? It is to avoid repetition of the words. For example, there we have seen one sentence. You can see, my sister sent me a laptop. It is made in South Korea, and so on. So the laptop is replaced with it there. To avoid the repeating sentences or repetition of words. Coming to the third feature of a paragraph, it is coherence. It is not enough that these words are just connected or just related. Coherence deals with the meaning of the word. So these meaning of the words are also supposed to be connected. Not just you add any conjunctions or any pronouns or article, a definite article, and so on. Here, coherence means it should give the meaning. The sentences which is connected are supposed to be meaningful. That's what is the meaning of coherence here. Another important feature we see here is a balance. The balance of the paragraph depends upon the proper distribution of emphasis. That means at times, the presentation of the idea, central idea, is somewhere towards the end of the paragraph, or suppose in a big essay there are paragraphs, and towards the third paragraph only the central idea is coming up. No. So that means having a proper balance in distribution of the emphasis. The prime importance in each paragraph is to be given. In such cases, the sentences that come before are intended to be preparatory. Then the objective of the writer is to keep the reader in suspense until the main idea springs upon him in the nature of a surprise, thereby heightening the effect. That means we need to maintain the balance of presenting the ideas. Another important feature is variety. That means instead of repeating the same words or same sentences, like to avoid monotony or monotonous way of presenting the sentences. So it could be some short sentences or kind of some long sentences. It should also exemplify the basic idea. There should be a kind of some variety or new terminologies which is being used in the paragraph will also be making your paragraph very effective. And now we have the types of paragraphs. When we look into the types of paragraphs, there are three major types of the paragraphs. The first thing is a descriptive paragraph. The second thing is explanatory paragraph, and the third one is a narrative. So the first thing is descriptive paragraph. A paragraph which contains a series of sentences with descriptive details, which together make up a picture of what the writer is trying to describe. It's called a descriptive paragraph, because these are all common in story writings, where some of the writers usually employ adjectives and a descriptive language to write a descriptive paragraphs. This is a kind of paragraph which has got more of descriptions with a lot of descriptive details. Coming to the second type of paragraph, the explanatory paragraph. When we look into this explanatory paragraph, it explains something with the help of facts and truths or realities, and gives us a kind of picture about something, explaining about that particular topic or particular things which are facts and the truths. Here examples are given about kangaroos which are found in Australia. It describes about, and they explain about how kangaroos live in the particular land of Tasmania and New Guinea and Australia and so on. Coming to the narrative paragraph. Now, the narrative paragraph is a type of a paragraph which narrates some kind of incidents. Sometimes the writer or the author, the speaker, is present in that situation, and they try to narrate what, how and when and where those things had occurred, and the incidents being narrated by particular person in the form of sentences. So there we have the narrative paragraph. Something to be notified in this narrative paragraph is it should be arranged logically, logical sequence, which comes first, what comes next, and so on. Another important things that we see in this chapter is general rules. What are the general rules for writing a good paragraph? When we go through this, you just look at there. We must make our paragraphs very short, but not too short. Short, but not too short. And we should not make an idea that subject of paragraph unless it is of sufficient importance. Sometimes we give undue importance for certain words in certain sentences. That should not be. The ideas and facts should be arranged in order of their importance. The length of the paragraph depends upon the matter to be put into, and so on. A paragraph also must deal with one theme or one subject at a time. There is always a danger of mixing up different subjects in different themes or topics when you deal on one particular theme. So that should not be. When we write a good paragraph, we are supposed to have or highlight on one particular theme. Every sentence should be connected or in line with one particular theme or the topic. Dear friends, in the pages from 65 to 68, you have a kind of some exercises to be done and so on. Some passages, some paragraphs are given, and you need to go through and you need to find out to which category does that paragraph belong. You can just do that as your activities for your exercises, for your learning and so on. And here we come to the second part of the chapter, development of ideas, how these ideas can be developed. And here we will be seeing various parts of the good paragraph or various parts of a good paragraph. What makes a good paragraph? There are main three parts. The first thing is a topic sentence. Second one is supporting sentences, and the other one is closing sentence. Let's go through one by one. So first thing is topic sentence. Where here we deal about what it is and so on. The topic sentence is the first sentence in a paragraph. It introduces the main idea of the paragraph. And how can one write it? We can summarize the main idea of a paragraph, indicating to the reader what your paragraph will be about. So here lies the topic sentence. And the second one is supporting sentences. So we can add some kind of sentences. What are they, or what do they do? How can I write them, and so on. You can just go through. They occur after the topic sentence, make up the body of a paragraph. Or what do? They give details to develop and support the main idea of the paragraph. And closing sentence. The closing sentence is the last sentence in a paragraph. What does it do? It restates the main idea of a paragraph. Dear friends, here you have the developing ideas and writing a paragraph, how these ideas can be developed. So it has got three different stages, namely pre-writing stage, writing stage, and the editing stage. In the pre-writing stage, you need to think about what you are going to write and what is going to read it and so on, who is going to read it and so on. In the writing stage, yeah, you need to also be clear about how those writings should be and so on. Then in editing stage, we have to just look about and go through if there are any errors in the writing, or if there are any spelling mistakes or grammatical errors. Yeah, those things have to be taken note of those errors and get it clear with the proper formation of the sentences. Dear friends, towards the end of this chapter, in the last pages like 72, 73 and 74, we see some proverbs are given, and these proverbs are explained or expanded in different ways. How these proverbs are extended in the paragraph forms. I just go through, and that will be helping us to make our paragraphs more meaningful and more better manner. In the practicing activities, whenever you get time, please don't neglect those last proverbs which are given. Please try to form or expand your ideas in the form of paragraphs with the meaningful sentences.